So I had the journey of a lifetime. It was incredible how every step unfolded naturally and organically, and everything changed. Plans that were set in place changed. And everything changed for exactly the right purpose and for the right intent, but it was a matter of being open to it. I had the privilege of being with 4 different gurus while I was in India. And I got not only to be with them, I got to spend really quality time sitting in a car next to one guru for 8 hours as we traveled into the far reaches of the Indian countryside into a place that if something happened, you would never find me. Never find me. My wife could have collected a lot of insurance money. To a temple that was bigger than the new Ford complex in Frisco for the Dallas Cowboys, that was 3,500 years old. 3,500 years old. And to go there and be with Guruji Kururanamaya. And with Guruji, that was the temple where he first saw and experienced the Divine Mother from his human form. And to be there with him, and at that point, he took Niranjan, my partner in this, and gave us each the blessing. It's called a Diksha. A Diksha is when a guru takes you in, sees your truth, and gives you a mantra. A mantra is a statement. It's like an affirmation, but it's not what the mantra means. It's the sound of the mantra. The mantra is a divine sound, and that sound creates a frequency. And so we were both initiated there into this idea of Srividya. Srividya is a form of meditation that I've been embodying now for probably 6 months, and now I'm going deeper and deeper into that form of meditation. So that was one experience. Then I went through a 4-day intensive with another guru, Guru Premanandaji, where we went into Srividya at the deepest of levels. Here's the fascinating thing. Once he got past the meditation, he started teaching science of mind. Everything we teach, he was teaching it just like you were listening to me. And so we had 4 solid days of this guru. And then there was a guru, I can't say his name, so I call him Guru Frank. What else? And Guru Frank didn't speak English. He only spoke Hindi. So this man knew nothing about me. And he looked at me the first time we met, and he just looked into my eyes, and then he took his hands, like this, and he just lifted me. And he said to Niranjan, he says, heavily step outside of his body so he can experience his greatness. And it was like my whole body lifted out. I was no longer the body. I was something that I cannot explain what it was. But you see, they don't have magical powers. They're just tapped in to the same power within you and within me. Then we went to guru, we call him astrology guru. I give nicknames to all the gurus because their names are so hard to pronounce. An astrology guru was a lot of people that get to know me think I'm pretty direct. If you know me, you know I'm a very direct person. There's no shyness about me. I'm right there, boom. I am the most subtle human being in the world compared to astrology guru. And I want to talk about that. I'm going to base a lot of my talk about that today. Because here's the thing. The question was asked, what do you believe in? And tell me what you think God is. And so you know I'm very articulate. I know how to express myself, and I started to express myself. God is an infinite power and presence. It created out of itself. It's everywhere presence. It's all powerful. It's all knowing. It's what all spirituality says, and that I'm one with this power and presence. And he goes, really? Really? And then he hits me with this. What's your proof? Now think about that. What's your proof? Think about this. In anything that you express in your life, what's your proof? 99% of what you say is true is nothing but an opinion. Really contemplate that. I really want that to settle in. Because right now we're living in very, very creative times of much contrast, and everyone's saying all these things. Wait a second, before you go bantering about an idea, about a concept, what's the proof that it's right? Or is it just hearsay that's been said over and over and over again? So, we were there with astrology guru for 3 hours one day and 3 hours another day. The most intense conversations I've ever had. I said to him, it's like I'm with Plato. Because Plato never let up. He kept going. He kept asking questions, and he goes, so what's your proof that you're a minister? What's your proof? And I said, here's my proof. My proof is this. I know that there's a power in me, and that power responds to the nature of my thought. And he says, what's your proof? I said, in 2000, I had a brain tumor in the center of my skull, and the doctor says I need brain surgery. And I says, I chose to eliminate that tumor through the power and presence within me, through the power of prayer and actions that I can take. And I did that, so a year later, when I went back, that tumor no longer existed. He said, that's proof. He says, how else do you know that there's this power? And I said, well, I have worked with people who have cancer. And I prayed with these people. And where doctors said it couldn't be done, it was done, and healing took place. That's my proof. And he goes, that's proof. You see, what he was saying is that until we can experience something, we have no proof. And without proof, when the winds blow real hard, we crumble to the winds because it's just theory. It's just ideas. So when we talk about the idea that there's infinite abundance out there and we proclaim that, and you're losing your job and you're in a panic, do you believe there's infinite abundance? Hell no. Now, if you do the spiritual work and you do the prayer work, and it demonstrates, you have proof. Where's my beauty queen here that just got the job? Raise your hand. This beautiful lady, right before I went to India, asked me to sit down with her and pray. Did you not? And did we pray for a specific job? Did that demonstrate? It happens. That's proof. The power is, it doesn't have to be me doing the prayer. You can do it. You're every bit as powerful as anyone on this planet that has ever existed. I came away with the realization when I was in India that Agape is not my spiritual center. It's no longer mine. It's yours. This is your center. And I'm just a vessel that gets to support you while I'm here. But you're creating something that will last forever. And it's no longer me, and I can't tell you how free that felt for me. Because I'd held this burden thinking that I was responsible for this center continuing for the last 8.5 years, and I'm no longer responsible. I'm just here to teach, to speak, to support, to love, and to pray. But it's your center. So if you feel that in your heart, embody that this is your home. Embody that this is where you can come and be safe, where you can feel and you can experiment. Because Ernest Holmes said this. He said, until you test the theories that we teach, they're of absolutely no value whatsoever. So I've got more. He asked, what is the purpose of life? And Naranjan and I threw out all this stuff. Where's your proof? Where's your proof? Where's your proof? Then I came out with this. The purpose of life is to find joy. He says, where's your proof? I said, because in my senses, I seek it. I seek it every time with food. I want the taste of food. I want the food that just lifts the palate up, that just lights it up and feels good. I want to look at beauty. I want to see beauty. I want to hear beautiful music like we're hearing tonight. I want to be able to touch and feel the senses of the touch, the cool wind against my face, the hug of a beautiful baby. I want to also be able to, which one am I missing? I'm missing a sense. Oh, I did see, hear, touch, smell, taste. Oh, I didn't do smell. Let me tell you, you go to India, you're going to smell. Holy garbanzo beans, smell. And it's sometimes it's pretty good, sometimes it's pretty bad. Do you realize in India that 500 million people there have never, ever, ever used a toilet? 500 million, more than the population of the United States. We consider it as bad. They consider it as normal. There is no right and wrong, so come out of judgment. That's what I'm saying. There is no right or wrong. There just is. I want you to know I'm much more comfortable with the toilet. It's a good thing. I there said, God, you created that toilet, and I went back to being Catholic, and I blessed it. So the purpose is to find joy. So I went to the senses and I said, well, wait a second. If the senses are about finding joy, can that be all of it? And it's not, because what happens if we're totally tapped into senses? Addiction. We get addicted to the feelings. We get addicted to that. And when we get addicted to it, we spiral down until we hit rock bottom. And what happens in AA? When you hit rock bottom, you've got to do what? You've got to go to a higher power. So there's another thing that comes in. It's about finding joy that is beyond the senses, an unending bliss. That's where meditation comes in. Meditation allows us to get to that point, to feel, to sense, and to know that connection of undying bliss. And then what we do is when we achieve this undying state of bliss, we are liberated and free to experience our lives and all it has to offer with no attachment. You see, until you get to the bliss of the ultimate, the bliss of being one with God, the bliss of the infinite, you become attached to the senses and what they experience. You're attached to a partner, you're attached to sex, you're attached to drugs, you're attached to eating, you're attached to traveling, whatever you're attached to, you get attached to it really bad. But when you understand that beyond that is this other bliss, there no longer is an attachment to the physical, then that frees you to be in it and to enjoy it. Wow, is that incredible? I got to experience that over and over and over in India. I want you to know that in India, the maximum I slept was 3 hours. On average, it was 2. Because having done the depth of meditation with the gurus, what they do is they're opening up the flow of the energy through the chakras. And whether you want to believe it or not, we have blocked our chakras. We have blocked the energetic flow. And when it opens and that bigger energy comes in, the body's not yet prepared for it. And when the body's not prepared for it, guess what? It's like a vibration. It just keeps going. It's vibrating at the higher level. And it keeps you awake. And so you've got to find that place. And the funny thing is, I still haven't slept much more than 3 or 4 hours. Because as I continue with the meditation, the chakras open more and more energy comes in. And so when I asked the guru, what should I be sleeping? He says, you're going to be sleeping about 4 hours for the rest of your life. And you're not going to need it. Because when you do this depth of meditation, you will be lifted and raised and your body will not require it anymore. So here's an interesting thing. Everything is energy. That's the truth. Is there proof of that? We've got that proof. Science has demonstrated that everything is energy, and how energy vibrates determines what shape and form it is in. As such, then you and I are individual fields of energy. Does that make sense? Does that sound true to you? That you are energy vibrating at a specific frequency. And energy cannot be created or energy cannot be destroyed. Energy is just shifted based on the frequency that surrounds it. Here's the other thing. Energy attracts like energy. Very simply, a positive current likes positive current. Doesn't like negative current. Okay? Knowing this, knowing that like energies attract, we must question everything we allow in and we put out because it becomes our energy field. Everything that we allow into our mind, through our senses, through our hearing, through our eyes, through our touch, through our taste, through our smell, everything we allow in becomes our energy field. Now, knowing that it becomes our energy field and what we are, we attract to us, do you think we ought to be at the gate watching and not allowing that which is not serving us to come in? I had the gurus tell me, when they found out I was a spiritual teacher, they would tell me, says, don't go hugging people. Well, oh, really? Says, because when you're hugging people, if the people aren't alike energy, they're sucking the energy out of you. Don't go shaking hands with people. They said, don't touch people. I said, oh shit, my wife's going to be unhappy. And they said, because if you want to remain in a pure state, and I looked at him and I said, where's your proof? I am bold too. I was very frank with the gurus. I'm not one of these people that is in awe of someone. I'm very respectful, but I'm not in awe. And the proof that I understand is when I surround myself with the divine white light and the divine shield around me, and I know that nothing can penetrate my energy, and that because I am an infinite flow of energy, that I can give that energy out and know that I'm always supported in return. See, again, you got to question everything. Because the guru said something, and I'm using that as a specific example to you because I want you to understand you question everything from everyone, including me. Question everything because you formulate your conclusion based on the proof that you know is true in your life, or you go about proving it for yourself. Our joy comes then when we ask conscious questions about everything we do, and then we become a vibrational frequency to match what we desire. That's the creative process. Question everything, and then make sure that whatever you're allowing in is a vibrational match to what you desire to become. If it's not a match, shift, change. You are the power in your life. Embody that. Truly embody that. This is what came to me. I was sitting in meditation and this popped out at me and it says, I am bathing in the love that surrounds me, fills me, and exudes from me. It is here that I am real, authentic, and perfect. And when I'm real, authentic, and perfect, I'm in joy. And you see, isn't that life's purpose? To be real, to be authentic, to be accepting. Do you hear that word accepting? There is no greater word to describe self-love than to accept oneself where they are right now. Close your eyes. And as you go within, stand and see yourself in front of a mirror. And as you look into the mirror, I want you to look into your own eyes and see that the eyes in the mirror are loving you. See that the eyes in the mirror are not judging you. And know that these eyes see everything about you. They know everything about you. They know everything that's ever happened to you. They know exactly what you look like, whether you have clothes on or not. They see you and they love you. Now, as you look at yourself in the mirror, and you see your reflection, can you see God in your eyes? Can you see that your body and your life is your creation of life? And as you create that life, it is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So what I claim for you right here, right now, is that there is a power, there is a presence that is in you, guiding you, directing you from this day forward. And that awareness of that power now empowers you that with the power that's always been with you. All I'm doing is I'm casting aside the illusion that it does not exist, but I'm bringing it forth right into the eyes so the eyes can see, the ears can hear, the hands can feel, sense, and know. You can smell it, you can taste it. The power is right there. And that power is yours for the using right now. And it obeys everything you desire. All you have to do is be persistent and consistent in how you think, speak, and act in accordance with what you dream. Dreams really do come true when you live the dream. Breathe in a sense of gratitude. Fill your whole being with a sense of gratitude that you are the person you've been looking for, and how good it is to be you. How good it is to be you. And so in that gratitude, anchor this prayer. Anchor it, know it at the very core of your being that I am the perfect expression of God. I am powerful. I am now creating my life. Nothing interferes with my creation unless I choose it to. I choose to follow my dreams from this day forward. I choose to be empowered. I choose to be loved, see love, know love in everything. And in that, be grateful. In that, be God. In that, be living a life of your dreams. I bless it, I call it good. And together with me, say it in one voice. And so it is. I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm so grateful that you took your time to watch or listen to this message. If you found this message beneficial, I would ask that you go to our website, agapecsl.com. Once there, click on the donate button and experience the joy of conscious and purposeful giving. Or if you would like, text your gift by simply dialing 972-532-6976. It is through your gifts that we are able to bring this message to you in the world. I would ask that if you like this message, to please subscribe to my YouTube channel under my name, Lee Wolak. Again, I want to thank you for joining me in the Agape community as we learn how to better self-love through conscious living.